What's up, guys? Long time no talk. As the title of the video you see is it's new bike day. Not just for one of us, not just for two of us, but for three people on this channel that you've seen ride. We all got new bikes, and they all happen to be the same color. So that's pretty cool. If you can see behind us, we may or may not have caught the Blue Crew bug. And we couldn't be happier. I've actually had mine, and I'll go over what they are in just a second. I've actually had mine now for a few months. Hadn't really been making any videos, been really busy with racing. And I mean, by racing I mean Spencer on his 85. But as of tomorrow, he will be having a birthday, and last night we were able to surprise him. I'm pretty certain he had no clue. Surprised him with a 2018 YZ125. It has less than 10 hours on it. It had 1 quart of 2-stroke oil in it. And as you probably know, if you're into dirt bikes right now, is a tough time to find a deal. But I was able to find this bad boy with a friend of a friend. But yeah, here it is. It's absolutely bone stock. 2018 YZ125, bone stock. The dude never rode it outside of his yard. It's incredible shape. That goes without saying. I say it's new old stock. I mean, you don't see them this stock when you buy them used. And we'll get into that. I'm going to put the camera on Spencer today. We're out at Town Creek again. It's a spot that's about 45 minutes from our house. I just want to come out. He's going to ride the big bike for the first time. He hopped on another YZ125, and which you may or may not see here in a few minutes. He hopped on it one afternoon and had a blast, and was able, I mean, the dude is sprouting up every day. So I think we're going to be moving on from the 85 here pretty soon. And I'll get some thoughts on the bike, on what he thinks of the bike soon, if he is wanting to talk. Yeah, let's move on to my bike. I've been wanting to talk about this bike for a long time, but I kind of wanted to get it where I wanted it. Another guy that you will be seeing on the channel, incredible dude, Jeff Park, used to be a high-level off-road racer. Ended up connecting with him. He lives in my town and is actually married to a good friend of mine that I've known since I was 15, and we've become good friends since. He actually well, he was flipping this bike, but he ended up kind of building it to what he knew I would want, and we became good friends through that. And now he's building, actually, Spencer another bike. Spoiled kid. And he enjoys building bikes, so I'll show you what he built me. It's a 2009 YZ250, and we've got the updated plastics, obviously, the 15 to 21 plastics. Got Talon wheels. I just actually, and this is one of the things I kind of was looking at, came with a Pro Circuit Works pipe, and quite honestly that was just too much, so I just put this FMF Gnarly on it with FMF GYTR silencer. What else? I just designed these graphics. Actually, my girlfriend Jess designed these graphics for me. I think it looks sick. It's got the Two Bell Racing logo on there. Yeah, hand guards, Renthal bars. Still got a lot of plans that I would like to do for it, but this is a long-termer. I'm gonna have this bike for a while. It is 2-strokes are incredible. I don't know why it took me so long to get one. This is my first 2-stroke. It's actually only my second bike, so I guess it didn't take that long. I do not miss the CRF 250 at all. But yeah, it's a handful, but I'm learning it, and I'm the plan is to just learn how to get as much out of this thing as I can. As for the third bike, yeah, Ryan, he's on the way. He's dragging behind us today, but he may or may not have picked something up that's blue as well, and he couldn't be happier with it, I'll tell you that. So when he gets here, we'll show that off a little bit. Otherwise, yeah, just put a piston in my bike this past week. just had gunked up power valve. So decided to put a fresh Vertex piston in it and get it kind of fresh, you know, everything. So I knew everything was good. Happy birthday to this one here. He hasn't worn this Fast House kit in many months, and now he's grown so much it's a little small. So, and his boots, he has to curl his toes. So maybe having to spend more money, you know how that is. Never stop spending money on this sport. But yeah, we'll check in with you soon when Ryan gets here. Yeah, talk to you later. Well, Ryan finally decided to pull up, and yeah, he told us he'd be here at 1. What time is it, Ryan?
It's like 1:15.
No, it's closer to 2.
Savings.
But as I hinted at earlier, he got him a blue bike as well. I've known Ryan for a long time, and I would definitely say this is the most expensive impulse buy I've ever seen him make. He takes 8 months to buy a vehicle most of the time. But as I was saying earlier, we met a guy, made a good friend out of Jeff, who built this one for him. So it's a 2006, right?
Yeah.
2006 YZ125.
Shout out to Jeff and the Muscle Milk gang. You know what I'm saying? That's OG stuff right there. Jeremy McGrath. You know.
Maybe. 06 YZ125 also has the 15 to 21 plastics on it.
Sponsored by JFG Performance Racing.
Ryan is a Amazon connoisseur of parts. What's some good stuff we have on here, Ryan?
Good stuff. Got the FMF Power Core 2. Got the Gold Series Fatty, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it shiny.
So, seriously, you come from a big 4-stroke bike, 2 big 4-stroke bikes, one more powerful than the other with the KLX 250S and the Husky 310.
Yeah.
What drew you to the 125?
Weight.
Yeah, and
100% weight. So much lighter. The power, I mean, it's definitely, you know, not on par with the power of the bigger bikes, but with that being said, it's not something I really need for my, you know, riding style. So I was able to make that compromise pretty easily, and the weight far outdoes that for me. So
yeah, so I'd never ridden a 125 either, and the first day he actually met Jeff. Jeff lives in my town, and Ryan lives just outside of Atlanta, and he met us at a local place in Milledgeville to pick the bike up. And I'd never ridden a 125, and I was under the impression that they were slow, honestly. I was too big, you know, I weighed 200 pounds. But in the 10-15 minutes that I got on this bike, I felt like for the first time that I was able to get way more out of this bike. It was fun. It felt, me and Ryan both come from a car background, so Tubo Racing was actually a drift crew race team, whatever you want to call it, and I compared it to having a Miata, right? So a Miata, not a very high horsepower car, but really good driving dynamics, really good handling dynamics, and you can absolutely wring everything out of that in between red lights or on a backcountry road. And that's what I felt like with this 125, was just, you could just ride it as hard as you wanted to. And Spencer here also got on this bike, first time ever being on a big bike, and looked faster than he did on his 85. He wasn't afraid of it. It took him, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to just start flying, and that's when he said, I don't want to ride my 85 anymore. So yeah, with all that being said, this is the most talking I've ever done on this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna just put the camera on Spencer today, and we're just gonna do a little bit of easy riding, get used to this bike, or let Spencer get used to this bike. I'm not gonna go very hard. I've got a neck injury that's bothering me. So yeah, we're just gonna get a little bit of riding in, and yeah, see you. Fouled a plug in the trail. We're learning. Running a little rich. I think the guy said he ran it at 32 to 1, and the trail's super muddy, so it's hard to even rev these things out. I think my plug's fouling out too. Anyway, Ryan went out, grabbed the plug out of the trailer, and we're back. So 11% battery left. it.